Hey, welcome back to another unboxing video. Today I have an order from Heritage Auctions. There's always some fun, interesting stuff in here. I think I've got some slabs, some Silver Age. So let's get this open and let's take a look. All right, here we go. This is the box from Heritage Auctions. I won a handful of things a couple weeks ago, and this is what their typical box and shipment looks like. All right, so we've got a nice mixture of some packing peanuts. These are the Cheetos style packing peanuts. They're almost they almost look good enough to eat. So they do throw some of those in for filler. And we've got, looks like a couple of different sets of comics in bubble wrap here. Put that aside. And one more. All right, get rid of the box. Okay. So they spare no expense with the bubble wrap, which, again, for the money that you're paying at Heritage, you would hope so. So which one should I open first, the right or the left? The left? Yeah, okay, good call. All right, so let's open the left side first. Peel away this tape and start to unroll it. All right, so looks like I got a couple of raw books here that are packaged together against a slab. So let's take a look at these first. So I got this in a two issue lot. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 44 and 45. Let's take a look here. Now you see the way that they've packaged this. They put a really piece of thick cardboard behind the issues, as well as bagging and boarding the books. So that's pretty nice. I mean, this thing, it barely bends at all. Pretty sturdy. Put it over there. And let's take a look at the books. So they had these in average fine minus. So here are the two books. Really great Silver Age Amazing Spider-Man to add to my collection. And are they fine minus? You know, roughly. I don't take these out really other than to put them in a full back and a fresh bag. I don't in particularly go through and grade them myself. I trust the Heritage grade. It does say average, so it's possible that these both are not fine minus specifically. Looking at 45, again, just in the bag, I know we can't do a whole lot with that. But it looks pretty good. It doesn't have the issues on the top that 44 does. You can see right there. So there's definitely some like color lifting, almost as if there was tape and it pulled the ink right off the page. 45, I would say this would be kind of your average looking mid-grade Silver Age book. You know, some color breaking spine ticks on the side, but slightly faded, but not too bad. So two great books with the Lizard, one of the all-time Spider-Man villains, and I'm adding both of these to my PC in my Amazing Spider-Man run. All right, start putting some of this aside, some of this trash here. Here's a slab. This is Star Wars number 8. This is the first appearance of Jackson, and I'll remove this out of the bag here. And if you watch my other videos where I prep for Heritage Auctions, I will find books like this with white pages. So to me, 9.6, 9.8, I understand the premium for a 9.8, but if I can get a book at a 9.6 in white, especially in a series like this that I collect, single digit issue number 8, adding to my Star Wars collection. So when I look for these on Heritage, because those videos can get quite lengthy, but in summary, I will target books like this in the slab if they are of a certain grade, certain price range, white pages. And then I'm a big stickler for the presentation, the wrapping, and so on right here. So for me, for this one, we've got really great presentation, slightly wrapped along the back here. Case is in good shape too. But really awesome, nostalgic looking cover. So again, I try and picture it hanging up on my wall. Like, would it look good next to issue number 1? And if somebody else who didn't really collect comics but was a Star Wars fan or a fan of the 70s, 80s, 90s era comics, they'd see this and recognize and think it's pretty cool. So I love it. I'm really happy to add this issue. I didn't even have this book raw, so getting this in a 9.6 white pages, really happy to add this to the collection. So let me make some room here, and we'll get the other brick opened up. And I believe this should be more slabs in here. And they must have a warehouse full of bubble wrap, which I love, I keep, I use it as filler. And everything always arrives from Heritage safely and securely. I've never had an issue getting anything from Heritage where it was damaged in transit or anything like that. Let's get this side open. This is what's holding it together. And unwrap it there. Okay. All right, so the first slab here is Iron Man number 9. And we have an 8.5 white pages again. So again, single digits, Silver Age, white pages. That's really what I'm looking for. That's what I'm in the market for. Iron Man's my favorite all-time character. This is an absolute great George Tuska cover with Hulk on the front. Again, I'm looking for page quality, presentation, color. Sure, it got an 8.5 specifically down here for the corner of the book. So it's a fair grade. Looks like there's some rubbing on the book. I don't think that's on the slab. I think right there in Hulk's pants. That's on the book as well. But for the most part, it really looks pretty clean. It is slightly miswrapped along the back here. I get that. But from the front presentation, you can't really tell. So really happy to add this. Again, looking for there we go. Looking for that white page designation and presentation to display. So very cool. Happy to add one of the all-time great older Iron Man covers to my collection. And then the last book is another Star Wars book. This one needs a little bit of an explanation, but I did get it in a 9.8 white pages. So we have a few things going on here. It's a Walt Simonson cover. It's an orange cover, so I love the presentation of that. And this does have some tie into Rogue Squadron. There's some characters in here tied to that movie potentially. We're a good 2-3 years away from that movie itself, so it's not really a spec book for me, but some people are looking at it as a spec book. Again, looking at just almost a pristine looking older Star Wars book from 1982. I got this book a while ago from Boxed Heroes, and I had never seen the cover until I received the book, and I ended up sketching the front, the Luke Skywalker right there image on the front, on kind of like my own little sketch card. And I don't know, just something about the art and the arrangement of the characters really kind of drew me to the book. Yeah, it was just sort of like a personal favorite. There's no real key or gem here. And so when I saw it in a 9.8 white pages, far under fair market value, I had to jump on it. So I'm going to proudly display this one on the wall as well. It has a little bit of meaning for me in terms of one of my more recent sketches that I put together. I can kind of maybe display this book along with the sketch, and to me that has a lot of value, pairing my own drawing and art with the actual book itself. So that's pretty cool. So that was an unboxing from Heritage. This was an order from August 29th, so almost a couple weeks ago. They're very prompt with shipping. Once you, they do ask you to pay almost right away. You've got a couple of business days to pay for your auctions, and then they pack everything up and ship it out very promptly and securely, as you can see. So I'm really happy to add these older books to my collection. I'm always looking at back issues from Heritage where I can get them under fair market value by doing a little homework and prepping beforehand. So if you haven't seen any of those videos, check those out and you can kind of see my process. It does take some time, but it's well worth your while when you can get some of these books at a discount. There you go. Happy collecting. See you next time.